All right. Well, I want to start really quick and make sure that we give a chance for our new person to actually um introduce themselves and let us know a little bit more about what they do. I don't know if she's able to talk, but Georgie, are you able to talk?
Yes, I could talk. Unfortunately, I won't be on camera. I'm gonna be on camera next time. I promise.
No, you're
Um,
good.
Hi everyone. My name is Georgie Anget, and my company is GSD Solutions, and we do IT and operations to help small businesses with their AI, automation, training, get all their tech tools. So anything in telecom, IT, Zoom, Dropbox, you name it, we help you get all hooked up so that way your team and your technology is working together.
Girl, we needed to know that.
I told you it's nothing.
We
I'm here now.
absolutely needed to know that because my zaps don't be zapping,
Yeah,
my
all that.
my rocks don't be popping. Sometimes we have a great team, and I didn't really know how important integration was until our organization grew. It grew like from hundreds of people to thousands of people
Hmm.
um, in a short matter of time. So, but a lot of us on here, we are childcare owners. Some of us have sub businesses. For example, Christine is doing a lot more coaching right now. But we a lot of us in this group are in some kind of way coach or consultant. Some of us are in education. I don't see Miss Kim on. She'll be on in a little while. She works for nonprofits, but she's also a professor, working on her doctorate. So some of us have our toes a little bit in the education space. So tech is not always our natural thing. I make myself learn it every day. I make myself be a student of tech. But I'm not always a student of how to do the tech. Like I like to know what it does, and I'll be like, okay, now I know what I can ask somebody to do for me. So it's really good to know. Make sure you drop your website or your email in the chat. That way, if somebody does need your services, they can hook up with you. All right.
Yeah, absolutely. Will do. Thank you.
Yay! I'm so excited. So listen, for those of you who is any new people on here? I don't think so. Hey Karen, good to see you on tonight. I know we met just a few days ago, but we are ending our sprint 5 and we're going into our sprint 6. But the cascading conversation I want to have um tonight is like, first of all, what is your big thing that you're dead set on finishing before October 29th? So a lot of times we've been focused on our little things, like, and sometimes a big thing has a lot of little things that you have to do. But I want you to just think about it for a second. Um, like, what's the big thing? Like, if I do this one thing, this is going to impact my life, impact my year, gonna make my year a little bit better. So I want you guys to think about that. Because really, for the second half of these sprints, I really want us to focus. Like, so we're going into sprint 5. So we're at the we're going into sprint 6. So we're right at the 50-day mark, like that we've been working together. And many of you said, yeah, my productivity has increased. Y'all, I mean, I hit a health goal today. Let me see. I may share my health goal with y'all. Um, I hit a health goal today that was on my sprint, and I'm working on my second health goal. But I want you to dig deep and ask yourself, what is the one thing? So if you know your one thing, you can put your hand up, and I want us to go around and really talk about it because I want us to hold each other accountable. And some of us may have to really think about it because I don't want a small task. I want that big thing. If I can do this, all right. I didn't see whose hand went up first. I'll go to Leslie first.
Hey everybody. My one big thing is to finish my cookbook and get it ready to be sold for basically the holiday season. So
Okay. And so by the October 29th, you want to finish it and
yes, I
have
put my last recipes in earlier this week, Monday. I put the last recipes in.
yay. And so you want to have it printed by the 29th or finished by the 29th?
I'm gonna have it I plan to have it finished by the 29th. I'm gonna talk to you in a coaching call about how I'm gonna get this finished. But I want to be able to start selling it probably in November.
I love it.
So, like, it's got some recipes in there, macaroni and cheese and things like that. People can do for Thanksgiving and Christmas
Yeah,
holidays and things like that.
I absolutely love it. And the easiest way, my easiest way, I print all our books through Amazon. Once you upload it and get it
Like,
formatted and everything, and we got great people who can format. Is it
I
already
wish
format?
it's through, yes, it's through Morris Press Cookbooks.
Okay.
Something Coach Nat told me about. So really, it's really, I think, just one thing I gotta get done that I need to talk to you about, and I think
Okay.
it'll be ready.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. Are the proceeds going to Leslie or are the proceeds going to the school?
Proceeds are going to the school, and hopefully they're gonna go to our fundraiser, our playground fundraiser.
Okay. All right. I love it. So you can definitely have a lot of energy around that.
And
Okay.
we're gonna use it for, we're gonna have a contest, and we're gonna make a Mr. and Miss Flow Academy by whoever sells the most books.
Okay.
And we're gonna figure out how we can get them posted somewhere on the daycare for everybody to see
Mm-hmm.
on the actual building. Thought about door clings and all that, but I don't know how that's gonna really work. But we're gonna see if we can figure out something to get it where everybody can see that this is who sold the
I
most.
love it.
This is the face of the center, so we can kind of push those parents to sell and get their kid face out too.
Yeah, I mean, I can do like some little photo ops. All the kids wear little chef hats, with flour on it. It's a lot of stuff that I think that you can do, to make the launch of this super cute.
So we're excited, and we're gonna, me and you'll talk more about it in our
Yeah,
coaching
I
call
ain't
this
cooking
month.
with flour. I love it. I love it. All right, Christina, what's that big thing in the next 50 days? Oh, you can't undo
Is
it?
Leslie raising her hand again?
No.
Um, so Brandy, you can't threaten me.
Oh, don't
Um,
tell me what to do.
so I'm torn between two, both of which are big, but number one is completing everything for my onboarding. So having all my videos and packets. I'm working on that now. I have a new center manager starting tomorrow. So I wanted to
What?
have it done before she started.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You got a what?
I got a center manager starting tomorrow.
Mm.
So why
You
are
met
you
since
looking at
Chicago?
me?
Because I didn't
Huh?
know. You met this person since Chicago?
I want to say she was in the works in Chicago.
Okay.
I think I sent her offer letter while I was in Chicago. So yes,
Okay. I'm very happy for you.
thank you. But it's between that and a part of that onboarding is also to train my staff so that they can do it. And so I'm rolling out the, like we had talked about back in April, the train the trainer.
Hmm.
And then of course the big monkey and elephant on my back, in getting this kitchen done, and trying to find some way somehow to do it. I spoke to the general contractor yesterday to see about changing contractors that are on the permit, and he said if I did that, it would bring in the city, and we're trying to keep as many prodders out as possible so we can just get it done
Hmm.
without them having a whole bunch. So it's between those two things.
I definitely think you can control the onboarding. I don't think it's as easy as to control the other thing because there's a lot of things that could be out of your control. Um, just for like reality purposes, right? So that's kind of how I would think about it. So I know that you can finish your onboarding process like in the next 25 days and then do your trainer in the next 25 days. You could do that. You could control
Right.
that. You can't control the city.
Okay. Well then, that's my big thing.
All right. All right, Tamika, I'm gonna go to you and then I'm gonna go to George and Chandra, Karen, and Josie. We're thinking about we got 50 more days. We're going into our sixth sprint. what is a big thing? Because we've been talking a lot about little goals, but what is a big thing that you want to have finished the next in the next 50 days?
Wow. There's so many things that I need to get done. I guess
A big thing.
the big
Like,
I actually need to replace um my manager, which is my daughter-in-law, and I need to replace Timothy, which is my youngest, because Maya is pregnant.
mhm.
And Timothy is going to obviously be with his wife, which is understandable. So I'm going to lose two people by the second week in November. And it's like nobody wants to work. I have been putting out ads. I've had people, they'll come, they want to, they say they want to work, and then nothing. Here we go with the ghosting again. So I honestly do not know what to do. It has just aggravated everything in me. And I'm like, the clock is ticking because she's getting bigger. And, she had to go to the ER on yesterday. And I'm like, oh gosh, please just at least let me make it until November. I don't know. I feel like I'm stuck and I'm getting so unbelievably frustrated because I don't like not being in control. And it's like this, I have no control over.
Okay. How can I say? So that's a problem, but it's not a goal. So I just want you to, now that we know the problem, we have two people, core people leaving. And do you think your son is coming back?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. They'll definitely both be back. But it's just I gotta try to figure out what to
And
do.
so this is a temporary solution.
Yes.
And we're down to two centers,
Yes, we're down to two centers.
and these centers are close.
Yes, they're close. But see the issue, see, in Tallahassee, which is the city, if you want to put it like that, it's easier to find work in the city than it is to find it in, I guess you can say in the country. Nobody wants to go there, which is why I've had such a hard time finding staff there. So now I basically have decent staff there. So they're good, but now here we go with the city. I don't know. Now I will say Christopher's wife, she's really, really heavy, in the cheerleading, and she's heavy with her high school students as well as some of the colleges. So she has been reaching out to the different colleges to kind of see if anybody needs to do any hours, if any of but the problem there is a lot of the colleges, they already have, what do you call it, centers anyway. So it's difficult, and I teach at a college, and I end up getting one young lady, she's coming to do her observation, but then her baby got sick. Her baby has.
And is there no one in your ecosystem that you can train temporarily as an interim?
I have been thinking and looking, and nobody. I'm gonna tell you, nobody but God. While these centers are still open, it's because of the family. When COVID hit, had it not been for Chief and myself and the boys, the center would have had to close.
But other centers didn't, right?
Exactly.
And
Yes.
so there are other centers in the area. So I think,
No, a lot of them did. A lot of them did. Yeah, a lot of them did.
So the goal is to find a staffing solution, right? And
Yeah.
so this may be working with a staffing company. This may be, I mean, I know headhunters are very expensive. So I don't want to say headhunter per se, but there has to be another option.
Something has to happen because I can't even enroll any more students right now because I need another teacher. So,
And so there are no like staffing agencies in the area that you can work with.
not for childcare, only for nursing.
And you've got every staffing agency. Well, okay, well, let's take childcare out. You need someone in administration, right?
No,
Because it's
no,
a temporary
no,
person,
no.
correct?
She's my manager, but she's a teacher.
Yeah, it may be harder to double dip.
Yeah, I don't even have to have the manager because, like I said, she does both of that because she's my daughter-in-law, but she's a teacher. And that's what I'm trying to find. I'm not even asking anybody because I don't want anybody to come in as a manager. I don't want to train anybody with the trust and all of that. I need to find somebody to just teach these babies.
Okay. I would definitely. I think it's something we could talk about on a coaching call. So let's say the big goal is a staffing plan.
Okay.
I know that me and you have a call coming up soon, right?
Yes.
And so let's try to talk about that on your next call. But it's always, I don't want to give you an out. I'm big about that because if someone else in the area is doing it, we can do it too. We just got to
Oh
figure out
yeah.
the way that they're doing it and how that they're doing it and what's different. Is it a pay scale thing? Is it what we're offering? Is it our process of acquiring? Something may be broken. Um, and I don't know what that is just in this conversation. But us finding a staffing plan by the 29th, because two of your key people will be going to be out November, December.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Well,
All
November,
right.
December, January, and probably February as well.
Okay, so really November through February.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right, Georgie Ann. Or you just call you Georgie or Ann. I feel like I'm saying both. I don't know if I need to.
Um, I like both. But here's the thing. I like when I'm cool with a person, I go Georgie. But like for the last few years, like people were just being lazy, and I was just now like, I'm gonna force everybody to say Georgie Ann since everybody would give me nicknames. So you cool, you call me Georgie. Well,
All right, I
yeah, yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
It works, it works. But the new people that just meet me, Georgie Ann, say the whole thing. You can say all them fancy names, you can say this. um my big goal right now is to redesign my marketing and branding because I pivoted in the business. So the main two things at the top of that list is to redo the website, so update the website and then update all our capability statements and decks across like everywhere we are because we have a couple certifications with the MWBE certifications and it has outdated information. So before I focused in on like the automation and AI and integration stuff, I was doing that as well as supporting a lot of people with virtual as well as hybrid events on the AV side. And
Okay.
most companies, especially when the pandemic hit, like, because we've always had it as a service, we've been around since 2019. And when the pandemic hit, everybody wanted that service. I'm like, all right, let me, go where the money is, let me double down. And now post pandemic, I've been trying to educate people that we don't only offer that, but we were kind of boxed in. So it took some time to identify where I wanted to focus and where my skills were, strong suits and all that. And so I'm like, okay, I need to now update the branding to reflect that because I had updated all the branding to really dive deep on like the virtual events, the hybrid. We do Zoom tech support, we do live streaming support, all that jazz. And it's not as much of a need. So I just have to make sure that that's updated so we can start getting new clients in this more focused space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the direct goal is to,
Update our website with the new information. Website and pitch deck. Website and pitch deck with our new information.
is that including pricing?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks for calling that out because I did not think about that. But yes.
Okay, I'm good. So pricing, the new offers, updated to have a lunch around what you're doing now.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I like it. So by October 29th, we're gonna be able to see that website and pitch deck.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Chandra, then Karen, then Josie.
I don't really have a one big thing, because right now I'm in execution mode on my production, on my marketing. Right now I'm in go. I'm in
Okay.
green. So I don't have like one big goal. Right now I'm just focused on executing what I've already established.
Okay, but you're doing that for a reason, even your little goals. So
Yeah,
maybe even
okay.
if it's a feeling or if
Right.
it's so I want you to be able to language it. That's why I'm challenging you guys. Because you're not doing all
Okay.
those small tasks for no reason. They
No, the
connected in some
reason
kind
why
of way.
I'm doing it, right. Okay, I see what you're saying. So the reason why I'm doing it is because I am rebuilding my foundation of my business. And I saw where there were fissures and, cracks and stuff like that. So right now I'm in repair and restore mode.
Okay, so
And
I'm going to repair the structure of my business. And we can list the areas, whether that's customer flow, follow up, that could be like forming into the goal. But if you guys, if you talk about SMART goals, um, you got to be specific, right? And so I
right,
don't want us to do all of these things with no end in mind. We got to have a time frame, right? It has to be
okay.
measurable. And so if we're doing a lot of little things without the big thing in mind, we still may end up like at October 29th with more things done, but maybe those are not the things that was going to move the needle for the year.
So how would I word that then if that was
I,
the case?
I really don't
Um,
know the holes. Like,
so
I
the
really
holes
don't
that
know the
I
goal.
had,
Is it to fix the goal to get new clients? Is it,
yes. So, okay, so let me just tell you. I recently went independent from the brokerage I was with before. So
okay.
now I'm having to reestablish my clientele base over to the program that I have right now. And so between acquiring new business and servicing my existing business, those are the two things. And on one of the because see, uh I do a holistic approach. I take a holistic approach when I service my clients. And so some of them are literally aging out, like exiting out because they're expiring. So I'm having to just make sure I keep my business fresh and flowing and growing.
So if you can't language it,
I
even
don't know how to language it.
even your client base can't understand it, or whoever gets your clients to you can't understand it.
Right, right.
So we're trying to fix the leaks in the business and repair to get how many new clients by October 29th? Maybe that's the question.
Okay. Maybe that's a question. Okay. How many
So I want to
clients?
answer.
Oh, you want to answer for me? Okay.
Oh yeah.
100 new clients because right
By
now
October 29th?
I have enough activity in my pipeline for all of September and October. So October 29th, yes, I can see that.
You can see 100 new clients by October 29th. How many
In
have
one form or another.
how many have you gotten in the last 30 days?
In the last 30 days, I've gotten about 18, 19. In the last, no, I say not 30 days. Uh 18, 19 in the last, I would say 17, 18, about 20 days.
Okay, because
So
we need to
almost
be
a client,
tracking it.
right. I told you I'm in execution. I'm in beast mode right now. That's why I wanted to be in a program. I'm in beast mode right now.
Okay.
So, and it's because some of the accounts that I'm doing is multiple accounts per family.
Okay.
So that's how I'm able to quantify it in that manner.
Okay, so I think maybe that is it. The end result of fixing it, or the end result of, migrating over, I
Mm-hmm.
think would be more the answer. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's it. Okay.
Okay.
But
Thank you.
because I want you to have when you get off here, you write it down. I want you to have a statement by October 29th. I will.
Okay.
And I
Got
want you
it.
to be able to language it as a SMART goal, which we'll go over what a SMART goal is in a second. All right, Karen.
I don't know if it's gonna get any better with me, but we're gonna try.
No, it's not about getting better. I'm just
Um,
um
I would say in the way that you phrased it, that last piece helped me to kind of structure what my big goal. It's helping me to structure that main goal, which is by the end of October 29th, I need to map out the 2026 calendar in sprints based on the projects that I have. So typically I don't attack anything until I have a sense of urgency. So I need to start creating for me similar to this, like these check-ins, these due dates, so that I'm just not waiting until I'm ready, but that I'm constantly working on the next thing. And I think having a 2026 strategic plan or sprint plan, whatever the language is, would help me to by the end of 2026 know that I've accomplished those things that I've set out for myself.
okay, so
I told you
what
it
we
wasn't gonna get better.
yeah, I mean that's fine, but I'm gonna tell you, I feel like it's a cop out. All right, so I'm gonna use this time until October to make a plan for 2026. But what do we need to accomplish in 2025? Like, have you met those metrics of your goals or what you said you wanted to accomplish for 2025?
Yes. And I say that with hesitation. It's really because I'm not operating in a entrepreneurship mindset. I'm still operating from a side hustle mindset. So it's not hurting me not to do it. So because of that, there's no real sense of urgency to push forward, even though I want to see this come to pass. But I've done enough. It's like, okay, this is good.
So, what was the goal that makes you know that you've done enough, or was there a goal?
Yeah, so two things that I wanted to do was to launch a workshop series for youth and young adults that is really around the work that I do, which is entrepreneurship. No, I'm sorry, not entrepreneurship. It's about workforce development and being able to help support career non-motivated individuals who are trying to figure out what their career path plan is. And then the other one was to create a travel app. So I did the travel app. I did, market it, but again, it's one of those things where because it's done, there's still no sense of urgency to get tangible results from the travel app or even beyond the series that we're in right now.
So, you would be comfortable with no more movement this year.
No, I wouldn't be. That's the
Okay.
thing.
So, what movement would you like to have, whether it's a side hustle, not the main thing, or maybe it's not even about that thing, by October 29th, I will, that you can receive the results in 2025. I'm challenging you that because there is no consequence of you planning for 2026 and 2025. So basically, what you created was like this safety and security spot that still doesn't make you have to move.
Yes, you're 100% correct.
So
I don't know
I'm just
about that.
calling BS. I just want to know in your heart, it could be a personal thing. What is it that you want to have accomplished by 2026, 2025, in particular October 2025, that's going to affect this year's progress and set you up better for 2026?
I would have to really think about that because I think it's motivating myself beyond the comfort zone, the safety space that I've created.
Mhm.
And unless you're around people that's constantly encouraging you to continue to move, you get to the safety space and you're like, I'm good, right? So I don't know how to answer that, to be honest. And it is something that I've been processing since the sprint because I can tell just from the other ladies, there's a lot of, not just because they have their actual businesses, but it's it's a must have for some versus a nice to have for me, if that makes sense. So I don't know
Right.
how to answer. Yeah, I don't know how to answer you.
I can feel that, but even like for and sometimes we're not in an aggressive era where we're holding ourselves to these strict things, and it's good to know that, but it is still good to be able to language your own goals, to set your own boundaries. So if I can't language my goals and I don't know where I'm spending my time, I'm more likely to be tossed to and fro
Mhm.
based on opportunities, feelings, other people's desires for me, because I don't really have any like hard grid lines. And there are times where we don't. And then there are times we have to be super aggressive because we are in need of a certain thing, right? Or we're
Mhm.
up against a timeline. Like what Tamika was saying, like, I got to do this by November because if I don't, it's going to impact me this way. And what you're saying is, I don't have anything that rigid that's going to like negative impact me. And this is the conversation I often have with coaching clients, kind of even outside of childcare, is the vitamin killer versus the painkiller. I mean, the vitamin versus the painkiller. Like the vitamins make us better, but if we don't take them, we don't, we okay. So we may miss a day without taking our vitamins. But let us have a toothache. Not
Mhm.
only will you take your painkiller, you'll snatch somebody else's. They got pills in a box that don't even have the right name on it. But you'll do whatever it takes to stop the pain, right? And that's what like rigid goals feel like. Like, oh my God, I gotta get this done. So I was refinancing a building and I had to get it done before October 17th, or I was gonna have a balloon payment of $639,000. That was a pain. Like every single day, I was going hard. Like I gotta refinance. I gotta refinance. I gotta refinance. And until I refinanced 2 weeks ago, it was on my mind every single day, right? But then there's sometimes I don't have goals, and I have to say, well, if I don't have a rigid goal, I don't have a monkey on my back. How can I, as a professional, how can I, as a purpose driven woman, how can I, as a gold digger, not gold, but gold digger, how can I still hold myself to like some metrics? Because if you don't, what could have taken you 2 months will take you 2 years because it's like, oh, when I can do it, I will. Right? I hope that makes sense for you guys.
No, what you said is 100% facts.
All right. Well,
I can't even come back.
thank you for still loving me. All right, Josie.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
Hey, hey.
So, I had one big goal, but then another goal had to be added to it. So one of the goals, since received a grant, so I'm excited about it, but it's like a physical activity grant. So I'm working. That's a big project to work with one of our state colleges, Georgia State, to partner with them and build out a community event that targets it. Physical education for the community and the kids that are within our center. So that's one of the big things that I'm gonna be working on. But then the second big thing is for the childcare side, we're going to be building out a 501(c)(3), a nonprofit. So we have a big project that we're working on for the next school year. So we'll need the 501(c)(3) to be able to do that. And then we're also going to be doing some things. I think for us, we've had a lot of issues with enrollment, and Mark is always giving some ideas. And we're kind of like, if the money's not coming to us, we need to go get it. So we're going to be doing some projects. Like we're going to be renting out one of our locations for kids' birthday parties. We're going to be doing plate sales, some parents' night out, and also some like moms shopping Saturdays, especially around the holiday, just so we can have some of that income and we're not so stressed about the enrollment. We still want the enrollment, but we're kind of just like, hey, we can do some other things because the parents are going to spend the money anyway. So why not just spend it with us some way? So that's kind of some of the things that the bigger goals that I'm going to be working on.
Okay, so I heard finishing the 501(c)(3). So have you guys started the formation for it?
We started today. I had my first meeting with the people that are going to be helping do it.
Okay. And I know she's not on, but Kim is excellent at this. So I just want to make sure that you know that she is a resource.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. And then on the enrollment and on the other stream of income, I didn't hear a clear goal. So can you state it as by October 29th, I will, so I can make sure I understand that goal?
Okay, so by October 29th, we will make sure we have all our marketing material out to launch our kids parties that we're going to be doing to help with enrollment. So
Okay. I got it. I got it. I understand. The reason why I'm asking, I want to be very clear about how to support y'all, and I want y'all to be very clear about your time because you're going to go into the holidays after this, and I want you to be very clear about your boundaries and making sure you make space for these big projects. All right. So what I want to do real quick before we talk about making your list, because y'all kind of got that down, is I want to talk real quick about SMART goals. When we had a training this weekend for our leaders. Oh, so let me tell you mine, because that would be rude. On my child care side, my goal is that by October 29th, that I will be back to visit my schools only twice a week as needed. It's been very hard to work as much as I've been working. So we did an admin retreat this weekend. So they have 50 days. And in that 50 days, they also have some certification requirements that they're doing, enrollment requirements. And so I told them they got to earn their keep. And, we really talked about income producing roles. That was my thing. Did y'all see the picture that I dropped in the chat? Did y'all see the picture? Did it come up? Click on it. I see it. You may have to click on it. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can put
Maybe
it.
I'm just being a little remedial, but I don't see nothing you drop, Brandy.
I just dropped it again. It says it's a picture, so you may have to click on it.
Maybe it's taking a second to load up. Like sometimes the size of the picture.
Yes.
Yeah, because it don't say nothing came from Brandy at all.
Oh, you know why?
Because you sent
I
it to
didn't
an
send it
individual.
to everyone. I sent it to somebody's note taker. Okay. Let's try this again. Praise God. Did you see it? Did it come in? Can you open it?
Yeah, I see it now. You have to like click on it. Yeah. Good job. Good job.
I've been trying to get in Wonderland for a long time now. So I'm finally there.
I can't
Um,
see it, but
Go, girl.
every day my scale said 200.6, 200.8. Like for the last 3 weeks, I've been fighting with 1 pound. But I've really been trying to do it the healthy way. It's been a journey, but so by October 29th, I have another goal. And it's not a huge goal, but it's another goal. Just my goal is to be like at 180 by the end of the year. So 10 more pounds in 50 days. That's like really relaxed, but I want it to be something I can maintain and do. And so when it comes to health and movement, I have that goal. And then my other goal, it has to do with Child Care Millionaires. And that's by October 29th that we are at least 225 people coming to the conference. And so we're working really hard towards that goal. So 3 goals for 3 different areas of my life because we run 2 7-figure businesses outside of our real estate company. And then, of course, I do feel like we should have personal goals just for us. All right. So when we were meeting with our leaders this weekend, we were talking about really creating SMART goals. And how many of you have heard of SMART goals? Like you in some course you've talked about them, or you kind of know the gist of what a SMART goal is. Let me know in the chat. most of us have say, yeah, I've heard of a SMART goal, but I can tell by the way that we are languaging our goals, we're not actually like creating SMART goals, right? We have some lists and some tasks. And so now the next thing that I want us to think about, I'm not sure what happened or how did I get here? The next thing I want us to think about is really thinking about how we language our goals, and do they qualify for that SMART categorization, right? And so SMART goal is specific, right? Not that I want to get better, but how will I even know that I'm better? So when I say, when Josie says I want to complete my 501c3, that's specific. I got it. I know what she's gonna do. Is it measurable? Yeah, I can measure that. Either she did it or she didn't. Either she got all the paperwork or she didn't. Either she got the IRS designation or she didn't. Is it obtainable? In 50 days, could she do it? Yes, she could. Is it relevant? For her, it is, right? And she didn't give us all of the relevance, but I'm sure it's due to more funding, to have some tax breaks. And then T, is it time based? Yeah, our time is October 29th. And so, really thinking about optimizing your goals, asking yourself every time you say, I want to do something, you want to do it by when? Why is that important? And so, one of the things that I do is so that statements. I want to train my leaders over the next 50 days to be highly proficient in their roles so that I only have to visit each school 2 times a week, right? And that goes to relevance. Like, why is this even a goal for me? And then that goes to also that time. So I really want you to think about this, and I want you to rewrite your goal or type your goal in the chat as a SMART goal. I want to accomplish blank by blank so that. And that so that statement is going to lean to the relevance. All right. And when we do that, not only are we utilizing our principles, but it's helping us to plainly language exactly what we're doing. So Georgianne said, listen, I want to redo my packages. I want to upload them into various channels so that customers understand exactly what they can hire me to do. Right? Karen was like, oh, was it Chandra that said 100? I think it was Chandra. Right? I want to close 100 clients by October 29th so that I can rebuild my book of business. Right? And you know more about your goals than me, but this helps us really configure. So I want to lose 10 more pounds by October 29th so that I put myself in the best health position. Right? I'm approaching 50. I'm not taking no water pills, no high blood pills, no sugar pills, no heart pills, and I want to keep it that way. Right? So I want to keep my health at the forefront so that I am fit for the kingdom. Right? It's a lot of people they just don't take care of their bodies and then they fizzle out. I don't want that to be my story. Right? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Give me a little yes, no, thumbs up. Okay. So specific. They need to be clear and specific. Right? Measurable. If you can't give me a measurement of when you know it's done, like I want to feel better, how can you measure that? Well, if you track every day when you woke up, do I feel good, poor, great? But most of us don't do that. And we would have to say 90% of the days I want to say I feel good, or 80% of the days I want to say I feel good. So if it's something that's intangible, you can track it, right? Christina can track or not if she has her onboarding, because we can look at the modules. We can track it or not if she did the orientation with her employees. We can look at whatever system that she test them on. So we can measure it. And we can say, Okay, 90% of her employees did it, 70% of her employees did it, and we can measure that goal. So you want to ask yourself, how are you measuring your goal? So Josie, when it comes to your second goal, I'm not sure how you're measuring it. You know, how many events you want to have or what collateral you want to have. That one is slightly less measurable. Obtainable. A lot of times Christina shared this with us. She was like, in my first sprint, when I put in a sprint, I couldn't even got that done. It just did not realistically make sense. And so, is it obtainable? Can you do it in that amount of time? Right? If you have unrealistic goals, you're setting yourself up for failure. Right? And then the last thing is it relevant? Is it going to move the needle? And that's what I was challenging Karen on. Right? Your goals have to be relevant. It has to, in some way, connect to your bigger goals in life, right? And so my bigger goal in life is that, I get to be here with my grandkids. I get to live a long life. And that's why, I don't know, something hit me like in last November, like right after the conference. I saw those pictures and I was like, okay, girl, you are self-sabotaging. You're not even trying. And I knew I didn't want to do it the wrong way. But I knew I needed to do something, right? And so I did it like really slow and steady along my time. And it wasn't really until about June that I really started seeing results. And then now we're in September. From September to June, I've had very little results, like 6 pounds. But my goal was by, I think it was by actually August 31st. That would be under 200. And I was 200.3. Like, it was rude. It was really rude. If I rounded down, it was so rude. But that was relevance for me. And then it needs to be time based. Right. And that's why I gave you the time of October 29th. But there may be some other time. Now, one of the things that Karen said, I think that we all should be thinking about is in the last quarter of the year, really planning for 2026. At the end of the year, I do a plan your year campaign. I spend my whole December planning, like from December 1st to the 15th planning. And everybody knows I take off 30 days. 30 days every single year. And normally that's between December the 20th and January the 10th. I give myself a break that most Black women don't give. And I do have to maintain things, but I'm not like wrestling with goals. I'm not going into anywhere full time. I'm going on vacation. I'm not putting on, I give myself that time to recover because I do work a very busy life. So, how many of you guys have some recovery time coming up after this sprint? And that's a question we can answer. You can just unmute. Anybody have recovery time already planned in?
I don't, but I'm looking at it. I
Yeah.
kind of don't want to. I know I need to, but I'm kind of like, go, go, go. Let me get to December and then I'll recover.
And you can. What I'm doing, I have in our sprint, I'm taking a birthday recovery. I decided to do two things in my birthday month. One is I'm going to a Tony Robbins event. And I kind of didn't know if I wanted to go. But then I went to like a 3-hour session he did at another conference. And I was like, I can eat the meat and throw out the bones. I think I'm spiritually mature, but because it was some stuff that I was like, I don't know about this. But I said, okay, I want to ignite my passion. I want to kind of give myself some space to think about my goals. So I'm taking myself on a solo trip to do that. And that's the trip I spent $1.38 on. So excited for me. And then
Did
I'm
you
gonna
go
take,
mark that information out? I'm sorry. Off
it wouldn't
subject.
let me go do it. I was like, if they want it that bad, they can't reset it. But thank you for letting me know. And I be having points. I don't need nobody to steal my points. Um, And then my sister challenged me. I told her I was not going on our birthday trip, and she was like, "This is awful. We need to go." And so I committed to going on our birthday trip. I hope I don't regret it because I'm gonna be in inspection season. But I'm spending the next 50 days to get my leaders ready, so they should be able to help each other. We don't have anything egregious we need to work on, so they should be good. I'm not the director at any of these centers. As of Saturday, we turned in director paperwork. Well, they finished. We'll be turning in director's paperwork for the two centers that new centers, which will alleviate me, and I won't be a director at any of the centers. So that doesn't means I have no time bound restrictions to any center. Even though as a permit holder, I have to make sure that they're following the rules and regulations. That makes sense. And so I really want you to think about your SMART goals as you make your sprint list. The stuff on your list should be connected to a goal in some way. All right. But I just wanted to challenge you guys this tonight to really think of a big picture. All right. So make sure you do your list, drop them in the group. And this is our meeting for our sprint 6. We're going into sprint 6. Does it start today or tomorrow? I think tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Yes, because I was trying to get all my tasks. So you can also drop down the percentage of things that you did. I right now am at 94%. First sprint, I've gotten over 90. That's crazy. But I had a lot of things on my list. I had gotten into the 80s, but I'm 94% in. The one thing that was on my sprint was to open our school on Monday. They didn't give me the permit yet. I've been emailing the lady every single day. She's sick of me and I'm sick of her because it shouldn't take 3 weeks for them to give me a permit. So we didn't do that, but we are doing our tours and we are doing our staff training. So we're really excited. So thank you guys so much. I know that I have a few meetings with a few of you on tonight. So I will see you guys in just a few seconds. If you need anything, drop it in the school group. I will be monitoring it, and make sure you drop your list for the next sprint as well. All right, guys. Love you much. Let's get it